digging the sewer line on this other side now. Dave's digging it. I hauled a couple loads for him, and I loaded this garbage. I showed you the garbage he had down there, concrete, roots, stumps. He put them all here and hauled those out. And I'm hauling a couple loads of dirt for him, just helping out. Jimmy and I are helping out, just like I say, keep things running smoothly here. And they're running, they're going good. I got the, you can see the pipe in here, pipe all the way to here. I did some disking in this vineyard here. Talked to Tony yesterday. I got the chemicals for the spraying. I'm going to spray tomorrow and Sunday. That works perfect with everybody's schedule. But anyway, like I say, I disked these rows. I don't know if you can tell, but we were getting a lot of growth in between each row here, the brown rows. A lot of that stuff was growing back, so I got those disked. So it's looking good. All the mowing done, the weed eating, not all of it, but most of it. It's looking good. We got some work do down below on block 6. Got some more weeding to do around the pond area, a little bit up here. And then we'll move to the other vineyard. We got to clean that up. Got to mow again. Grass came up again, and do some disking down there too. Anyway, getting everything looking real nice. And then the plumbers have been at it hard. Remember this. These are actually all water lines in conduit. So these water lines, he's getting all this plumbed in. A lot of water lines. And then these gray conduits are actually for water lines. You can see water lines coming out of it. This red is that new kind of water line. Instead of running copper, they use these. It's a lot better. So anyway, yeah. It's all about the plumbing right now. These are the drains. These things here are really neat. They're the drain that's going to go right here. And it's just a little thin, you can see. Oh, here's one right here. This is actually the drain right here, this little tiny 1/2 inch opening. And then it goes down into this like culvert thing. And they're all numbered from 1 to 20. You see the numbers on the side here, and they get a little more slope each time, so that it stays level on the top, but underneath there's slope to it. Anyway, it's a neat drain for a little tiny opening, and it takes a lot of water. So all the water that hits the deck and comes this way or this way is all going to go into this little tiny 1/2 inch track, and it'll carry it out that way for all the surface water. But yeah. So and then they did some backfilling in here, got this backfilled around there. So moving along, once you get that sewer line in, then that'll be a big step. What else? That's it for right now. Like I say, I'm gonna be spraying this weekend. Of course, everybody else will be gone. And I got the watering schedule in that tree. So we'll make sure we keep that watered. This is that big fir stump, big fir root. Cut one out and decided to just go under this one. It's too hard to go under both of them. Couldn't get the bucket underneath both of them, so we had to cut that one. Went underneath that one. And then the barbecue area starting to take shape. I guess that's where we stack the wood. Barbecue goes in there. Stairs right there. Of course, you know all that. But they got this all backfilled too. And then I'm going to help them work on this, I think. Yeah, I can do a lot of this work, so we don't have to, you know, bill it out to anybody. As far as getting the dirt back in here to bring this up and getting the rock in here and the sand and all that, do as much as I can. But it's looking good. Starting to move along. Oh, I talked to Tony, and yeah, he wanted to, he's talking about those bee traps again. He thinks we should get those in sooner than later. Go ahead and start, get them up like now. Go ahead and start trying to find some. Because it's going to take a lot of them again, even more than last year. We didn't only put 48 up last year. I think he wants to put like 70 of them up. So I'm looking around and probably get them at Central Valley because they're too expensive at Friedman's. And he told me how to place them at the end of the rows rather than in the rows. So, and then also we got some foam and these pipes, the big pipes at the end of the rows, they're hollow. And so what we're gonna do is stuff a piece of newspaper down in about that far, and then the foam, that foam you squirt in there, and then it dries, and then you cut it off, and he said that's a very good place for the bees to nest in there. So I'm gonna have Jimmy go and foam all those up. There's a lot of those, and it makes for a lot of nests. So I think that'll. Tony thinks that'll help, and so do I. I think that'll alleviate a lot of the bees having a place to stay. So do that, and then we talked about the nets. He'll talk to you more about that. Last year we were going to try to just put up his old nets he had. He got them for free or something, but they were just pretty much garbage, and he doesn't have enough of them anyway, and now I guess they used them last year and they kind of got wrecked even more. So I think he's going to talk to you about getting some of our own nets. Like I say, doing about 10 rows up there, and then on block 1, the west side of block 1. But anyway, he'll talk to you about that, ask you what you want to do. Anyway, that's about it. Friday afternoon, and going good. Hard digging on the driveway, just really rocky. Really rocky. Found the gas line, the propane line that goes through here, so that's good because we couldn't trace it because it's plastic. We were trying to have it find out where it was by putting charging that tracer and then picking up the electric. Pick up the electrical. What I'm trying to say, you know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, to find the gas line. So anyway, we found it. It was covered in sand, and it's right there at the corner. So that's good news. You don't have to worry about hitting that. Another warm day. Oh, and I talked to Tony about they might have to come up and start raising some wires and adjusting some chutes. And I mean, these things are getting so tall already. You can see how tall those are getting. Or already. And I found some blooming. I found one blooming a couple days ago in April. He said he's never seen that before. So, saying an early harvest, but they say that every year. But anyway, you can see how fast they're growing, so we might have to give these some early attention, stuff we usually wouldn't do until June. But anyway, they're looking really good. Guess that was it. All right. Have a great weekend.